June 5th, 2006, the day I graduated from high school, and the day that my life away from home began. The caps flew, the pictures got taken, the parties were attended, and I couldn't wait to get out. I chose to go to Eastern University, a small college right outside of Philadelphia, but like most kids fresh out of high school, I had no idea what I was going to study once I got there. For the first year, my major was undecided and I just took gen eds. I was just sort of floating through college, meeting new people and having a good time, but I still had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. During the summer before my sophomore year, I sat down and tried to find some direction for myself. I had always heard the saying that if I did what I loved for a living, I would never work a day in my life. So I started to think about things that I loved doing, and then on came the light bulb over my head. Ever since I was young and all throughout high school, I loved to read. I would go through 2 or 3 books a week, and I could never get enough. The idea wasn't fully formed, but it was a start. Before sophomore year began, I became an English major. I loved it, and it felt great to finally be heading somewhere with my college education. I got lost in the classics, ate and drank poetry, and tore through any new book I could get my hands on. I had finally found my passion, and sophomore year flew by. Reality, however, is cruel, cruel, cruel. The summer before junior year found me looking for answers again. I loved being an English major, but sadly there's not much you can do with a degree in English that doesn't have to do with teaching. Since I'm not much for teaching, I started to cast about for some more direction. I didn't want to stray too far from reading and books, and fortunately, I didn't have to wait too long for inspiration. Well, at my hometown library one day, I got the crazy idea to ask the lady behind the desk if they needed any volunteer help. 2 days later, I was sitting in the director's office being offered a full-time summer job. It was a blast. I worked in the children's wing at the James B. Brown Library, doing everything from circulation to programming to outreach, and I've been doing this for 3 years now. I was surrounded by books and was in a position to get kids interested in reading. I had found my calling. As I did research on the major, though, I ran into a problem. Of all the colleges in Pennsylvania, only 3 have undergraduate library science programs: Clarion, Drexel, and Kutztown. Eastern didn't, so I made the difficult decision to leave Eastern and transferred to Kutztown at the beginning of my junior year, and I've been here ever since. I'll be graduating in the spring with a Bachelor of Arts in Library Science and plan on taking an online master's degree program from either Drexel or Clarion University. It's a great thing to know exactly what you want to do with your life, and it's even better to know that you'll be doing what you love.